Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Electric Car Purchases Will Cause Record Bankruptcies. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode of our show on all your social media to help get the word out and let all your family and friends know about the information we just provided you. Now, let's get started. We're starting to see dramatic increases in consumer reluctance to the purchase of electric vehicles. The CEO of one major automaker recently announced that they're not going to be able to sell EVs and they have lost billions already. As a result, they're going to be pushing hybrid vehicles that are both gas and electric powered instead of just trying to sell straight electric vehicles. You know, in our opinion, nobody wants those things, but that's just our opinion, not his. Because of this, we project that EVs will eventually cost more to charge up than gas cars cost to fill up today. Every day we see more and more news reports of EVs bursting into flames, of other drivers having to wait for hours in line to get a charge, of owners complaining that when it's cold or hot outside, their vehicle's range and towing capacity gets cut in half or worse. People are always saying that the range of their vehicles is often a fraction of what the manufacturer claimed it was when they sold it to them. That means that if the car company bragged and said you would get 300 miles range on a single charge, then some people are saying that you may be actually very lucky if you get half that or less on one charge. That's a very significant lie and deception, in our opinion. Another problem that's causing a lot of issues is you can't just take your EV to the neighborhood mechanic and have him fix it. Oftentimes, it can take months to fix an EV by one of the few people or places out there that's capable of doing so competently. That's because of the limited availability of parts that may take months to receive, to order. The next issue is the rising cost of electricity. More and more sources are now saying that it can cost much more to charge up your EV than it does your conventional car, your gas-powered car. So how is all this projected to cause more bankruptcies than divorce does? Well, let us tell you. Many EVs can cost between $75,000 and $125,000 to purchase. If your EVs, but by the way, $125,000 to purchase for an EV, that's like buying 10 houses in Detroit. That's really how absurd this is. If your EVs break down or cost so much in time and money to operate, then you'll have to try and sell it. And a lot of people are trying to sell them. But guess what? It's getting harder and harder to sell an EV. If you have an EV that you can't use or that costs more money to use than a normal vehicle, then you're probably going to have to sell it. But what happens if you try and sell it and it becomes really hard or impossible to sell? Why is that? Because, you know, most of the dumb money has already gone out and bought an EV, and now they're waking up. More and more people are getting smart. They know what the problems are, and so they're now avoiding the purchase of EVs. So what do you do then? What if you can't sell your EV? How many people do you know that can take a $100,000 loss on the purchase of their EV and then be unable to use it and keep going like there was nothing wrong financially? Not many people are in a position to do that financially. We predict that a lot of people who are unable to unload their EVs will end up filing for bankruptcy. And that can cause all sorts of subsequent financial, marital, and economic problems for individuals and couples. I'll tell you what, before you buy an electric vehicle, why don't you secretly call an EV dealer and tell them that you just bought an EV a month ago and ask them how much they would buy it back from you for. How much will they give you for it now? If you paid $100,000 for it last month, I doubt that many EV dealers would give you $50,000 for it now. Maybe you can find a conventional car dealer who will give you $50,000, but who knows? Why is that? Because they know what the score is. They know what garbage these vehicles are. They know that their values on the secondary resale market are collapsing. That's just what happens when you get people better informed. They start hearing that the driverless systems on these EVs don't work. They hear about all the vehicle fires. They hear about all the charging stations that are broke and have super long lines. They hear all of this, and many of them decide to put off the decision to get an EV. So based on all the insane prices of these EVs and the projected subsequent failures of them, we forecast that a lot of EV buyers will eventually have to file for bankruptcy to deal with these monstrous vehicles, these fraudulently sold vehicles. It's going to get very tough out there financially for car companies who are finding it harder and harder to sell these things at any price. Our advice is to sell your EV while you still can. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews out there, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to inform all your family, friends, and the people you know, and give them access to all the information that we've just given you and will continue to give you. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.